All right, so I've been thinking about this whole withdrawal from Afghanistan and the Taliban taking back over. We know it was inevitable. You know, I just hated that lives had to be lost. Um, so many lives, so many lives. Uh, so much effort and energy, and it's just gone. It's disheartening to see those things happening. And we can always pray and hope that it gets better, but truthfully, we don't know. We don't know that it will get better. Um, regimes the regimes come and go. Regimes may or may not come and go, but these guys have been around forever, and these guys have been doing what they've been doing for a long time, and they've been doing it before we invaded, and they're going to continue to do it. The country is weak, uh, and there's too many of they're just there. But and now, not that they're out of the mountains, not that they're out in the open. You would think that it would be. I don't want to say easy, because it's never easy. It's not easy. What would be our purpose? We would say we're going there to liberate, right? Let's say we wanted to go back in there and help and free this country again. For what? To do what? Because if we free them again, we have to put more people in there. We have to put more bodies in there, more boots on the ground to stabilize it again. And it's just going to cost way more than we can sacrifice right, because we got a lot going on in this country as it is. There's a lot going on right now in this country that we could be working on, that we could or should be handling, you know. But it's sad to see, that what's going on over there. And there's the ideology and what they believe in. I'm not going to sit here and tell them, oh, you can't believe in what you want to believe in, but the treatment of people and the way you handle things is paramount. Paramount. Cutting people heads off just because they don't believe something you believe, or they just, it's, at what point does a religion become forced? Because if you don't believe in this religion, we kill you. Simple. You speak out against us, we kill you. You say something negative against us, we kill you. And that's what they're facing. That's what the Afghanis are facing. I mean, I'm watching. I was just scrolling through social media, and I saw that aircraft with those people holding on to it as it taxied, preparing for takeoff. I was mortified, because I felt for them, and I felt for the crew of that, because as humans you want to help these people, but they got orders that you got to go, you got to leave. You can't stop and help them. It don't matter if they fall off this plane. You got to go. And it's really sad and disheartening. But let's pray. So whoever you want to pray to, Allah, God, Buddha, whatever you want to call them, who's on high, Yahweh, because at the end of the day, We all believe in something. We all believe in something. And we all believe in a greater power, a greater being. And I'm not saying that we don't. What I'm saying is that we do. And we should pray for each other. And we should hope that things become better and things become more productive in this world and more cohesive. And as a humanity, as a race of people, we become better and more open with one another, more loving and more caring and more thoughtful of one another, instead of he's this, she's that. Ugh. But that's another subject. And I'll have to make another video on that. But Afghanistan, I just hope and I just pray that things get better. And we know that everyone is going to blame. Everyone is not everyone. Let me not say everyone. From what I've seen, half the people are blaming. A lot of people are blaming President Biden for this. This is his fault. But let's be realistic here. We've been in there since over 20 years. We've been occupying that country. We've been fighting for 20 years. And them guys are still there. So it didn't matter who pulled it out, who pulled the troops out. It didn't matter that Trump signed the orders to pull the troops out and Biden executed it. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the next president could have pulled the troops out and he would have been blamed. Oh, look what you did to this country. You destabilized it. So it's not a matter of let's blame this president, that president. Because when we really understand that these two parties that butt heads, that are supposed to be making our lives better, that are supposed to be making things better for us, the United States of America, the country that I fought for, that I went to, that I joined, and I spent 14 years and 8 months of my life fighting for. I wasn't a troop on the ground, but I did my part, and now I'm a retired vet. I'm retired, and I'm a disabled vet. Okay, and I just watching how people still to this day divide and separate and have hate in their heart just shows that this world has a long way to go. A long way to go. A very long way to go, because let me say this. In the military, you have people that are for you and want to see you do well, and then they got other people that don't want to see you do well. They want to just kick you out. Because why? Because you're different. Because they don't understand you. Because they don't take the time to. They don't care. They have people in the military that are smart. They can test very well, but have no kind of skills when it comes to dealing with people. That should not be in a position. That should not be being a leader of people. They shouldn't be. Because I watched it too many times where guys just, are fighting for. We're both in uniform. We're both fighting for this country. We're both trying to do, what we needed to do. But we got people above us that's trying to hold you back because they don't like, because you don't subscribe to what they subscribe to, because you don't, yes sir, yes ma'am, willingly follow everything blindly without asking questions. Oh, you're disrespecting me. You have no skill, no ability to lead, no ability to take on something someone is saying. A great leader knows how to follow. A great leader knows how to follow. A great leader knows how to get his information from his people. You think these people out here in these Fortune 500 companies are bad leaders? Do you think they don't know what they're doing? They're looking at their bottom line, or they're like, this is what we want. They'll take on somebody else's intellectual property and make it theirs, or take on somebody else's ideas and like, yeah, it's a good idea. Because at the end of the day, one person does not hold the keys to everything. One person does not have the complete archive of information or the complete knowledge base. One person does not, So when it comes to being that leader, we can only hope and pray that people get better at being able to lead, being able to take on what's out there, see a problem and determine like, hey, look, this is a problem. This or that, this is not right. You might have been raised one way to think one thing. At the end of the day, that one thing is not the end all be all. It's not the end of the end. That's it. That's not it. Just because you were raised to believe the sky is blue doesn't mean the sky is blue. Some nights the sky looks red. There's reasons for why. It's just sad to see this world continuing to spiral. Every year technology grows, and we're getting smarter. Humanity is getting smarter. We're supposed to be evolving. However, the mindset of certain individuals, of some people, hold everyone else back. The mindset and the mind state that, hey, look, I can't let this other person come up because then it's going to make me go down. However, if we take on a different approach, if everyone is able to rise up and be better and live better, would that not be a better place? Some people say, oh, well, somebody's got to be able to still do this. Absolutely. There's always going to be things that people need to do. Some people need to do, others need to do. But at the end of the day, if we're all lifting each other up, building each other up, building up our communities, building up together instead of tearing each other down, we continue to tear each other down. So we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere. The richer stays rich. The poorer stays poor. The middle class fluctuates. They can go from they can go up or they can go down. Just want y'all to just think about that for a minute. Let it marinate. Leave your thoughts or comments if you have any. Um, Subscribe to my channel. Hit a like, hit a dislike. Uh, it is what it is. I'm not going to be mad at you if you don't like what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own perspective, and you may not like something I've said, but hopefully something I've said giving you reason to think.